Hello, I'm David Preisner. I'm going to be going over this Audacity tutorial with you. Audacity is an open source audio recorder and editor. I'm going to show you how to install it on a Windows machine. I'll show you where to download it from, how to install it, and I'm also going to show you the little feature on making it so that you can export MP3s using the MP3 encoder. I'll show you where to do all that. I'm going to go over how to record your audio file, how to edit it, exporting it, and I'll touch briefly on file organization. So I hope this is a very useful tutorial to you, and I hope that you're able to make sense out of all the little ins and outs that I do for you. So we'll get right into it. I'm going to go ahead and uninstall Audacity on my machine and let you go ahead and watch every single bit of getting it off the internet, installed onto your computer, and using it making your first audio files. Okay, I have uninstalled Audacity off of my machine, and now I have opened a web browser. Just go ahead and open your favorite web browser. You'll need to actually have a web You'll actually need to have internet connection in order to download this, so make sure you're on the internet. And for this tutorial, it's just going to be a lot easier if you just go to Google, and I'll tell you some simple words instead of trying to talk about all of the intricacies of the specific websites. And we can just follow links this way. So what we'll do is we'll type in here Audacity, Audacity, and do a search for that. And I've already visited that site today, so it's highlighted for me there. So go ahead and click on the Audacity Free Audio Editor and Recorder. It's the top of the list there, and it gives us the option to go ahead and download Audacity 2.0. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and it begins a download immediately down here of 19.8 megabytes, and it tells me that I've got a minute left to do that. So while it's downloading, I'm going to go ahead and pause the video now so that when it's done downloading, I'll go ahead and show you how to open it. Now my particular browser is Google Chrome, so your browser may have the downloads in a different area, show differently, so I'll just explore that when we come back. Okay, it's done downloading, and so I have the download right here, and I could just click on this in my browser and it would open the file for me. Your browser may not show the download there, so you can either go to Downloads, or I'm going to show in Folder, and I've got a folder here, and there it is. It's in my Downloads, and so I could go ahead and just click on it there. Either way, you need to find where it was saved in your downloads, or if you have it set to be somewhere else. Go ahead and open that file, and that'll give us a question. I'm running Windows 7, your Windows XP or Windows 2000, which this is compatible with, may show you something slightly different. But I'm going to go ahead and say Run, and it gives me a warning. I speak English and no other language, so I will definitely choose English, but should you speak a variety of different languages, those are supported. This is one of the great things with some of the open source software, is it has so many contributors from around the world that they've just got a lot of language packages. So I'm picking English. So I'm going to say OK, and it says, "Welcome to the Audacity Setup Wizard." So we click Next, and when it says Wizard, it has nothing to do with spiritualism. It just is a small program that helps you walk through the process of installing something. So we're going to hit Next. It says read it. It's free open source software for recording and editing sounds. This is where I'm going to install it. I'm just letting it pick its default location, program files. Because this is a 64-bit computer, it puts it under the file extension program files x86. But again, I'm keeping that all just default. And it says, hey, it already exists. You probably won't see this. I'm saying yes anyway. It asks, would you like a desktop icon? Let's go ahead and make one just for giggles right now. And it says, well, this is kind of the settings that you've chosen. And we say yes, install. It's going to go through and install Audacity. Our next step is to actually either launch Audacity, which it gives us the option to, and so we can do that. But also, what we need to do is download the MP3 encoder, and this does not come with Audacity automatically. So what we're going to do is going to go ahead and close Audacity out, and we'll go do that at this time. Okay, get your browser back to Google, and we're going to do another Google search. Again, using Google to just type in some keywords is a lot easier to find specific things that we're looking for rather than me trying to tell you a long, drawn-out URL. So what we're going to look for is we're going to look for the Audacity, Audacity, MP3 encoder download. The Audacity MP3 encoder download. I'm going to hit enter, and it's this top link right here. The Audacity Windows plugin, download additional effects and filters. The LAME, the LAME MP3 encoder, allows Audacity to export MP3 files. That's what we want. So we're going to click on that, and the plugins and libraries. This is in Windows, and we're going to come all the way down here to the plugins and libraries section, and here is the LAME MP3 encoder. It allows Audacity to export. Click on that. It takes us to yet another page. Windows, go to the download page. For Audacity on Windows, left click the link and save the file anywhere on your computer, and double click it to launch it. Safely ignore. We're going to follow the steps to install the LAME or LAME for Audacity. So let's go ahead and do this. So we're going to click the download page. Takes us to a page that's saying, hey, help us out with some money. Throw some money our way. We're doing this for free. And it's always a good idea if you enjoy using something that is offered for free to go ahead and pitch money in their direction just to give them some help. So here's the LAME version 3.99.3 for Windows.exe. So let's go ahead and click on that. And again, for me, it begins in the download. It begins down here for me right away. The download is going pretty slow. For the file size, it's 515 kilobytes. It's a very small file, actually. So it may be on their end that the download is going slow, but I'm going to pause it here till the download is finished, and then I'll come back. The file's finished downloading, so I'm going to go ahead and you can either show in folder, and there it is, or I'm going to click on here. So here's the security warning. We're going to go ahead and run it, and it gives me a warning there. Welcome to the LAME Setup Wizard. I'm going to click Next. And please read the important information before continuing. Go ahead and read through that. I don't do any programming or modifying it, so I don't have to notify them anything. We want to go ahead and leave everything default and just install it. It's finished, and that's that. So we should be done, and we should be able to export in MP3s just fine.